what you all are seeing now on the page is our regimen, right? And it's very intentional. You see on this page 3 juice that you would take daily, right? Morning, lunch, dinner, right? 3 juice, morning, lunch, dinner. The recipes are right here. They're very specific recipes, right? So you don't have to create your own juice. This is one of Eric's formulas for juicing, right? We have, as you see in the first 7 days, we recommend the green and the red juice for the first 7 days, 3 times a day, right? And then you have the other juice choices, the true green juice with all its ingredients and the veggie juice delight. The next page will show, I hope I didn't leave out anything. This next page will show an entire grocery list. Now I know now let me tell you, let me share for personal experience. $45, you all, at Pete's Produce have allowed me to buy my green red juice for the whole week, 21 jars. Well, that's at 16 ounces. It's a little more for men who are at 24 ounces for every single drink. But women, we recommend 16 ounces, right? 3 times a day for 7 days for the first week. Well, this is a grocery list that covers the first 7 days, right? And I'm telling you, this grocery list at Pete's Produce, we've been able to juice and even juice for other people, and it's only cost roughly $45 to $55, right? Just getting these ingredients. So some people will say a plant-based lifestyle or a juiceless lifestyle is expensive. No, if you do your due diligence and we have all the support, we can show you exactly how to do it. So see, these are some of the recipes for every single thing that you need. You may choose to put a little more of something than the other, but I would say go easy on the carrot juice. Make that the last juice parts, the carrots that you put in, and let it be a filler for all the rest of the juices, the ingredients. But so many different amazing recipes. Y'all even see cilantro, you see kale, beets are amazing, just so many different things. And the additional things that you're able to have on raw are to the right of this page. So I'm a blood type B positive. I love when it's raw time, where I'm doing a whole regimen for a week of raw, because avocados are toxic to my blood type. But during the raw, I get to have avocados. So I find myself compelled because I'm tempted to want to have avocado salad. I want to eat avocados with mangoes. So I'm like, okay, time to go raw this week. So it's become a lifestyle. Next screen.
And also mention that list has a food, a juicer. So
Yes.
have a juicer and the jars to store their juices too.
Yes. It is recommended a cold pressed juicer. Now there are, and I'm gonna say it like this is me saying it, that $99 juicer might not cut it. A cold pressed juicer may cost a little bit more. There's a couple different brands out there that do a combination of cold press / centrifugal that are pretty good. But if you find yourself using a juicer and you put kale in there and you put like a bill of kale and you only get 1/4 of a cup, you might want to consider getting another juicer, right? That means that your juice is still left in the pulp. But when you're juicing, that pulp should come out dry and you should have a large portion of juice. And what's also suggested, a dehydrator is optional. The glass jars, if you plan on storing juice, is that's like you don't want to miss out on having glass jars, because those juice and those sealable glass jars, the mason jars, it causes your juice, especially if you're making it for a whole week, to last much longer, right? Make sure that you take advantage of we have a lot of raw recipes. I mean, everything from kelp noodles, raw walnuts, making that to be your meat. It's just so many different things that you can do. You can be very creative and just taking the items from this list and having a real phenomenal time. So let me see here. It's recommended that 16, as I mentioned, 16 ounces of juice for the women, right? Every single juice that you drink will be of 16 ounces. Oh, plenty of water. The water that you should be consuming on a daily basis, I think is, what did we recommend? 72 ounces. But alkaline water. But for men, 24 ounces of juice 3 times a day. Women, 16 ounces 3 times a day. You incorporate snacks in between. So your grapes, your berries, your walnuts, your pecans. Stick with a certain, like, don't go into all the different variety of nuts like peanuts and all. No, stick with the basic walnuts, pecans, pumpkin seeds. And we do also teach food and fruit combinations. So, you probably wouldn't want to have, well, this is raw, so I don't think it really, well, your melons, you should have those by itself. Your watermelon, honeydew, cantaloupe, those are allowed fruits, but you should eat those separately from your other fruits. And then there's some other things that we can also use to soak our mushrooms, the Brad's coconut, the coconut amino acid, olive oil. It's so many different things that you all can try. So make sure you tap into the flatbellylifestyle.com page. Join a community. That's very important. So you can actually get additional support outside of our Facebook website, right? Our Facebook page. So
And
this is
an update, Willie, just so you know, Dr. Prince is actually on his way back from his track meet. So he's going to join us, but he had one of his meets today. So he was just competing. So you're doing a great job. So I'm going to let you continue, but he'll be joining us just so that everyone knows.
Okay, awesome. And you guys want to hang around for that. I saw some people pop off. I see you popping back in. That is amazing. You don't want to miss anytime Dr. Eric comes in and share. And let me say, sometimes you may hear me call him Eric, but let me tell you, he's earned me calling him Dr. Eric, because we may share. I'm gonna share this story while he's not here. We used to call him Chicken, right? But anyway, I'll go into that another day. But let me tell you, he's earned that from myself, the accolades and the title of doctor, because I'm a product of the product. I'm a product of his product, right? And when you're listening to people share, like, our CEO, Melissa Boston, she's not just our CEO. A lot of this plant-based lifestyle and a lot of things that we've learned was through her stewardship. And to have the discernment to identify somebody like my fraternity brother and his value, even if he didn't know it at the time, right, of his ability. To have a Melissa Boston and our founders, a Dr. Rita, Senator Pat, right, and Phyllis Nash, to actually identify this is something that we need, and then bring it to you, or bring it to me, because I wouldn't be a part of this if it wasn't for really Phyllis Nash. This plant-based lifestyle, we wouldn't have it if it wasn't for Phyllis Nash and Melissa Boston. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have the layout that we have it now. And this is an awesome, phenomenal plan. So let's take a look at what does this look like per day. Breakfast look like this. Alkaline water. You're going to need plenty of alkaline water, right? Sam's Club is my friend when it comes to buying alkaline water in bulk. Then your juice. This veggie juice is one of the 3 juices that I've shown you, and you can put your superfood and you can put your superfood in that juice. Now, what I do when you see veggie juice, so that represents one of the juice, you put your superfood in that juice. Then you see raw, fresh fruit for breakfast. You want to start out that morning not with a protein, because it's going to take longer to digest. So you don't want to start your day with something that's going to tax your body. You want to start out with raw, fresh fruit. And those are some examples. You can look at your list, right? The eliminator is what you see next. Now, all of this is consumed during breakfast. You want to wait about, I think it's about 30 minutes from drinking your juice. I usually recommend drink your juice first, wait 30 minutes, and then eat the raw, fresh fruit. You want to do that with every meal, even lunch. You drink the juice, wait 30 minutes, then have your lunch. Same thing with dinner. You drink your juice, wait 30 minutes to have your dinner. Now the eliminator. The eliminator I recommend like 1 teaspoon. It's another bag. You'll have it 1 teaspoon. You put that in water. I usually do that first thing in the morning while I'm I drink my water, my eliminator, I drink my juice right after, right? That's something that you want to get in the morning. The regenerator, that superfood, is what you would put in that juice. That's the superfood. The purifier you see on that last line of breakfast. Now, your first day, you would take that, it's 4 ounces. You would take 4 ounces in the morning, only on the first day, and then 4 ounces at night, right? And then for the rest of the 20 days that are left, you would just take that purifier at night, the 4 ounces. Now, preparation. What you want to do is the night before, when it comes to the liquid colonic, the purifier, you want to make that juice for the week, 1 tea bag, you want to make that the night before. Please do not wait to the day of to say, I'm going to get my regimen started, and then you're gonna make your purifier, your liquid colonic, your tea. Don't do that. Start it the night before, so that morning you have it ready and you're ready to go. Now, second part, snacks. You're probably wondering, Minister Mooney, this doesn't sound like a lot. I'm gonna be hungry. No, 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 no. That juice with the snacks, and believe it or not, fresh fruit and nuts will fill you up, right? First thing in the morning. So midday snack is when you should get in more healthy snacks like the nuts, right? Make that your midday snack, right? As well as your water. Get that in. Lunch. Now, don't slam nuts, right? Especially if you know that you want to lose waist and weight, especially weight. Now, for those who might be like my wife, a little skinny mini, or, slim and concerned about weight, then yeah, you could have a little more nuts. But I would suggest portion control. My wife hates that word, but I'm going to say it, portion control. When you are consuming nuts, get you one of those little sandwich bags, those small bags, the little Ziploc bags, and put some nuts in there. Walnuts, pecans, the pumpkin seeds, it's all listed there. Get that for your snack. Now let's move to lunch, right? Salad. But before the salad, remember I said that juice. First week, red and green juice. Second week, third week, incorporate some of the other juices. That veggie juice represents that juice, okay, for that lunch. So once again, what do you put in it? Superfood, the regenerator. You put that in there. Wait 30 minutes. What do we have? Raw salad. Now, this is the amazing part, you all. You can be very creative with the salad, right? Seaweed salad is amazing. Now, I don't know how to make it yet, but if you know of a place that's pretty, raw, there's a couple different restaurants. Raw Chicago, you got a lot of support. Chicago Raw, Uncooked. Now, you might want to consider going into this business. This is an industry that's starting to boom. So some of you out there, maybe I'm speaking live. If you open up a restaurant as well, let me know, because I will come and shop with you. But salads are amazing. You see Carrot Supreme salad. We have a recipe book coming out, you all, so you are going to have, and in the plant-based lifestyle, I post food all the time. I think I posted something today. I did. If you go on the website, you look, and just be nosy. Just be nosy. So lunch, salad, that consists of a salad, right, and your juice. And again, you put the superfood in that juice. After that, snacks, right? So when you look at breakfast, snack, lunch, you see now a midday snack. Same thing. Some of you may be a little creative. Don't go too far. Stay within the regiment. Follow this regimen exactly, and you will have the success. After midday snack, I think we're going into dinner. Is it? Yep. Now, dinner is amazing. Let me tell you, dinner, it can be, right, as you see, juice, right? It's still juice. It's still amazing, but it's juice, right? And then you can get into raw food. So that means salad. Let me tell you, kelp noodles. I want you to write that down. KELP. Write that down. You may consider, and I want you to focus on the salad. I do, because if anything, I don't want you to miss dinner. Please do not miss a meal. Some of us will say, well, I'm full, Minister Mooney. I don't feel like eating. No, you need to eat because we need the stuff to happen in your body. One, we need the superfood to get to work. We need the mucus and parasite buster and all that stuff to get to moving. We need to flush you out, but we need to put good stuff in. And if your body is being deprived of food or you're not giving it enough, something is not gonna work to its full potential. So you have to eat. It's important that you eat. So again, you see in that juice, the regenerator. You're getting in your raw food. Now I'm gonna give you some extra, right? Some extra, right? Don't forget that first night, the purifier. You're seeing that right there because at night, right? The first day you take it, remember, in the morning, and you take it at night. 4 ounces in the morning, 4 ounces at night. But you're gonna still have that for dinner, 4 ounces for the remaining 20 days, not in the morning, just the remaining 20 days. That's why you see the purifier there. Now, some caveats, some treats. I named some restaurants. You can always reach out to a person that is your coach. You're going to hear from your coach, right? Within the first 3 to 4 days, right? Every day, probably for 3 to 4 days, you're going to hear from your coach. And you're going to hear from them. Don't dodge your coach. Some of the questions that you want to ask, your coach will have them. I want you all to also look in the chat so you can see somebody dropped, DJ, thank you, dropped in the chat where you could get some of the amazing things that are on the list, like alkaline water, cold press juicer. Some of the things that I want to also, remember I mentioned kelp noodles, raw walnut tacos, tacos with lettuce, not tacos with taco shells, tacos with lettuce. And it's just so many other recipes out there. They even like, let me tell you, if you set yourself up in the beginning to get a dehydrator, let me tell you, you will be amazed. Kale chips are out there. You can make them. It's just so much that you can make with a dehydrator because now you're not cooking your food. Roughly about, I would say maximum 105 degrees, roughly 110 degrees, right? Which is not hot at all. I think, not hot at all. So it's not cooking your food. It's just you going through this process of drying it out where it still has the enzymes that you're not killing it, those enzymes, because of the heat. So it looks like, so men, remember, as a reminder, 1 serving of juice is 24 ounces. For ladies, 1 serving is 16 ounces. So during phase 3, do not use your phase 1 or 2 supplements. So that means, phase 1 supplements. That means the flat belly gummies, the coffee, the bitters. You don't want to use that while doing your you don't want to use those phase 1 products while doing phase 2 and phase 3, right? You don't want to use those. Oh, and it's also, if you get the phase 2 enhanced package that does have the flat belly gummies, the coffee, and the bitters, just keep those to the end of your 7-day cleanse, and you can start back using those at the end of your 7 days. But you don't want to use it during. You want to be careful with eating gummies. Dr. Eric will chime in. You can ask this question. I'll ask him about, we have said that some of the the gummies are not good for you right now while you're doing, he's here, I see him, Eric. So this is a great time to bring you in. Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Awesome. Wait, let me, hold on. Okay, so real quick, Eric, and then I'm gonna give it over to you to do, take it away, do your training. But regarding some of what kind of products that you have seen, which are the ones that you would say doing the 7-day and the 21-day, just for right now, stay away from? Let's keep it simple like that.